Hey, Karanja James again. This is your man, Karanja James. Again, wow, what a day, what a night, man. It's always a good time to see you here. I say I don't make videos for everyone, but if you have found a chance to watch this, thank you, and make sure if you have not subscribe to my YouTube channel, social media for me. So I have some tips or some business that you should not do, especially if you are below 35 years of age. Wherever you are, don't do this business. Number one, gambling. So if you want to do gambling, you only invest money that you can afford to lose. So the changes, if you have made a deal of 50,000, you just want to spend your money and feel okay, you should now start gambling. But don't think gambling is a business. Don't ever invest in gambling if you know that the money that you have gotten money to waste. Don't ever invest in gambling. Never ever, unless the money that you're investing is money you can afford to lose, because that is money you take from your hand and throw. Listen, if you cannot take that money that you're investing, this money that you're investing, and invest in betting, you can only invest in betting if you can take this money and throw it to a garbage or to a tin, to a latrine, If you can afford to take that 100, that 200 into a garbage or a pin, or you can afford to lose it anyway, that's when you can invest in gambling. Gambling never pays. It said 0.01 of the people that invest in gambling earn from it. So you'll find that, do the sum, out of 1 million people invest in gambling, only one person wins. So the guys who owns the gambling farm is going to have payout a tenth of what he makes. So if you find a gambler, the owner of the gambling company, giving you 10 million, he has made 100 million. So he pockets 90 million, So don't ever invest in gambling. This is an insight. Don't ever invest in gambling. Number two, don't invest in business that you are told to invest some money and you're going to get rich easy. We call them get rich quick schemes, Get rich schemes, Yes, there is marketing. You're going to fall for their marketing because they tell you, I started last year, a time like this, I've made this money. I've been to such business. That's why I'm telling you that you don't invest in such business. So they tell you, do some mining in, what do you call them? In bitcoins. This is the new coins that you have, the gold coins, the coins, what coin, the gold coin. My friend, don't you ever invest in those business, because you are told that I invested last year, and I've already bought a car and a home. No. Every business you have to learn the skills, and business is business, and business takes 3 to 5 years to grow. So don't ever get that spirit of getting rich scheme. It's not going to happen to you. So avoid any person who's telling you to get rich faster. Don't fall into that trap. I've ever been to that business. It doesn't work. Don't ever fall for that. The other business you should do is invest in the business that you don't know anything about. Don't you ever invest in business that you don't know anything about. So you find your friend is doing this and he tells you, my friend, I do this and this and that, and you are stupid, you take your money and invest the other day. That's very wrong. Before you invest in a business, you have to have I've ever had a company want to invest even in a community. They do what we call feasibility study. That feasibility study or test, it can cost you more than 1 million Kenyan shillings. So that feasibility study is very important. They study all the things that can go wrong, and they study the risk that they are there in the business, and they make sure it takes 3 to 5 years to have that feasibility study completed and tested. And most of the companies, they have what we call the pilot test stage, the pilot stage. So they have this business they want to incorporate, but they want to start. They have to test it first, a test tube test, before they can invest in it. So don't you ever invest in a business that you don't know anything about. If you want to invest in any business and you have nothing about, you have no information about, first look for a consultant. So for me, any business I invest in, first of all, I act like a customer. So if you want to buy a car and I want to get into a car business, I want to act as a customer. So I want to see how I'll be treated. Number two, the best thing that you can do to a business that you want to start, first of all, become an agent. If you become an agent, you are going to know in and out of any business. But for any business you know nothing about, don't you ever invest in. The other business model I can tell you never to invest is the business that you're investing in with your friends and family. For me, I don't invest in family and relatives and friends. I don't invest in them, because these are the people that who know you inside out, and if they run away their money, they know that you cannot take them anywhere. So don't invest your business with friends and relatives. Look for strangers. Strangers are the best people to invest in business. Listen here, I also have this saying that I don't sell to relatives and friends. I only sell to strangers, because strangers have everything that you want in this world. So please, and I beg you, don't get into business with family, relatives, siblings, and friends. Don't you ever do that. The other thing is, only invest in business. Don't you ever invest in business that you cannot afford the investment. Some of us want to have, I'm a director, this and you. My friend, if you cannot afford that business, it better take you 3 years to build a business and start affording. The easiest business you can afford in this world is become an agent, a salesperson. A salesperson is a person who employs himself. If you want to get any business, if you want to get any information about any business, go to that company, tell them, and this is a blueprint, tell them, let me start working here, and you don't pay me unless I bring business to you. That's what a salesperson does. That's what an agent does. But have this in mind, that you are going there to read. You are going to read the business, how it works. So go to a business that's what I do. Go to a business that you want to get in, like real estate. Tell them, give me 3 months, incorporate me in your business, but don't pay me any money until I bring a client on board and that client pays. You are acting like a business person, because you are going to understand, at the end of the month, I don't have any money. So I have to bring someone. You are going to go berserk. You are going to go all in. And you're going to start thinking, so if you want to this is where you get it. If you want to import a car, this is a person you talk to. So you are going to run in the business. Do that business for 1 year or 2 years. Make sure you learn in and anything, Before I got into real estate, being an agent, I never knew about mutation, about green card, about title deed, about how to bargain, how to get the best deal out of a worst deal, how to value a deal, how to talk to customers. I didn't know how to treat customers. But until I got into the real estate itself, as a salesperson, as an agent, that's how I've run all those things. I never knew about how a board sits down to make sure that the land is subdivided. There is even how to do maps. If I didn't know anything unless I got into the business. And how do you know I got the business? I went to a company and told them, you guys, I'm a salesperson. Don't pay any money unless I bring business. So I knew that I employed myself. So I cannot be employed by any person. That's how you get into a business, and you run the business scope by scope, stage by stage, and from there you can start your own business. So don't ever invest in business that you cannot afford. Don't you ever invest in a business you cannot afford. From being an agent, that's where you're going to scale your business and you're going to have clients. Most of the people start their business with clients, even without having the product. So when a customer tells you that I want this product and this product, then you start going creating that product, or you go back and try to look for that product that the customer wants, that's a business. You are going to be in the business. This is the best video I've ever done. If you like it, subscribe, leave a thumb, ring a bell, and it's going to assist you. If you are employed and you are looking for employment, or you are starting a business, so have this point, 5 of them, and it's going to assist you. Adios.